Hello there. In this video, we're excited to walk you through the sales workflow for complex and extensive over-the-counter OTC parts, covering everything from quote creation to sales order generation and invoice approval. Let's get started. For standard over-the-counter sales involving an extensive list of parts where quotes must be provided to potential customers prior to the sale, it is advisable to generate a formal quote. To create a new quote, begin by navigating to the Work Order module. From the drop-down menu, select Quotes/Estimates. Once the Quotes page is open, locate and click the Add Quote icon, typically positioned at the top right corner of the screen. Within the quote creation screen, start by entering or searching for the customer associated with the order, which will then pull up all the necessary details. In the Quotes Estimates section, you have the option to either let the system automatically generate a quote ID or define your own custom quote name. I will let the system generate quote ID in this video. Next, select the appropriate quote type based on the nature of the transaction. For OTC sales, choose the regular option. However, if the transaction pertains to installation work, equipment repairs, or other specialized services, you can select Installation Order or Repair Order, respectively. Now, provide a clear and concise description for the quote to help identify its purpose and contents at a glance. After all required fields and selections have been completed, finalize the process by clicking the Save icon located at the top right corner of the screen. Your quote is now created and is ready for different parts to be added. Once the quote has been successfully created, the next step is to add the required parts to it. To do this, scroll down to the Parts section within the quote screen and click on the Add Part icon, located in the right corner of the section. This action will open a pop-up window, allowing you to search for or manually enter the desired part number. After selecting the desired part, be sure to verify and enter the correct quantity of units required for the order. Once all the relevant information is confirmed, click the Submit button to add the part to the quote. To include additional parts, simply click the Add Another Part button and follow the same process of searching for or manually entering the desired part number. After selecting the desired part, be sure to verify and enter the correct quantity of units required for the order. Once all the relevant information is confirmed, click the Submit button to add the part to the quote. With all parts added, scroll further down to the Notes section. Here, you can include any special instructions, service remarks, or customer-specific information by clicking the Add Notes icon on the right. Enter your notes in the provided text field and click Submit to save them. After reviewing the quote for accuracy, it can be shared with the customer for approval. Click on the top right corner email icon to share this with the customer. Once the customer approves the quote, update the status field to Approved and click the Save icon in the top right corner of the screen to finalize the changes. To convert the approved quote into a sales order, SO, click the Convert to SO icon, also found in the top right corner. The system will now generate a sales order based on the information provided in the original quote. Once the sales order has been successfully generated, please assign this order to a technician by either searching or entering the technician name under the picking operator field, and finally click the Save icon on the top right corner of the screen. The next step is to initiate the e-picking process. This step can be carried out using the mobile application. To begin, log into the mobile app using your credentials. From the dashboard, tap on the e-picking option. This will take you to the My Orders screen, where a list of sales orders assigned to you or available for picking will be displayed. Locate and select the appropriate sales order from the list. Upon selection, you will be presented with the order details, including a list of all parts required for that order. To begin the picking process, tap the Start Picking button. Once selected, the app will display the first part to be picked along with its relevant details. You will now need to scan the UPC code associated with the part, which typically corresponds to the part number. You also have the option to manually enter the part number to confirm the selection. After the part has been verified, proceed to the next step, entering or scanning the storage location where the part is physically stored. Next, verify the quantity to pick as specified in the sales order. Finally, tap the Pick and Next to move on to the next part associated to the order. Continue picking the next part following the same process of scanning or manually entering the UPC code, storage location, and the quantity to pick. Finally, click the Pick and Finish button to complete the picking process for that part. The order is now ready to be completed and invoiced. Once the e-picking process has been successfully completed, you can return to the sales order screen on the web application to proceed with invoicing. Begin by locating the relevant sales order and clicking the Refresh button to view the latest activity done on that order. You will notice that the status of the order has now been automatically updated to closed, indicating that all items have been picked and the order is ready for billing. At this stage, a Generate Invoice icon will become visible in the top right corner of the sales order screen. Click on this icon to initiate the invoicing process. The system will generate a customer invoice based on the finalized sales order details. Once the invoice is generated, verify all the relevant information. Click on the email icon at the top to share the invoice with the customer. If everything appears correct, proceed to update the invoice status to Approved. This is typically done by selecting the status field and choosing Approved from the drop-down menu. Then, click the Save icon located in the top right corner of the screen to confirm and finalize the invoice. To ensure end-to-end traceability, you can now navigate back to the quote screen. You'll find that the original quote has been automatically updated to display both the corresponding sales order number and the generated invoice number, creating a clear audit trail from quote to order to invoice. This wraps up our demonstration of the complete sales workflow, from quote to invoice. Please do not hesitate to contact IM3 support for further questions.